Good morning, Aquarius. How's everybody doing? Had plans to get these done over the weekend, but I have been a little under the weather. I've been dealing with some digestive issues and, a few triggers of my own. So, to be honest with you, I think the triggers were causing the digestive issues. But I work through them, and I can't make videos when I myself am lower vibrational because I'm dealing with my own shit. But I managed to work through it. Wow. All right, let me go ahead and pull some oracle cards for my Aquarius friends. Some oracle cards. This is my energy oracle deck. All right, give me an energy oracle card for Aquarius. There we go. Romance angels. Romance angel deck. I need a romance angel card for my Aquarius viewers. And I actually have two spirit guides that have been helping me since the weekend, so we should get lots of information. Yes, two spirit guides. Too many. And wow, cards are just shooting out everywhere. And my fortune telling deck. I have new internet after the past couple of years of having internet that would take 4, sometimes 5 hours to upload a video. It takes an hour now, so I feel like I've been very, very blessed. Too many. My vampire oracle deck. And I'm going to take this one. Love your inner goddess deck, and one fell out already as soon as I picked it up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first card that we have is balance. And basically all of the cards, all of the tarot cards that I pulled are either wind or seas. So I feel like some of you are either dealing with an air sign or a water sign because, like I said, all of the tarot cards that I pulled are either wind or seas. So if that resonates with anyone. With this balance card, the first thing that came to mind was a twin flame connection. Someone might be on a twin flame journey. But all of us are actually dealing with balancing within. And this is a balance between your mind and your heart. So many times we want to be completely in our heads. And when we stay there, we end up stuck there. How many times have you been stuck in your head with obsessive overthinking? Okay, so you're being asked to balance this out, and you balance this out with more presence. Presence is the best way to stop overthinking because the more you try to stop thinking, the more that you do because then you're thinking about not thinking. So if you can really look around you, sorry, like I said, I've been having digestive issues and it's just, lots of reflux. if you can just sit and look around you, okay, and take note of your surroundings, the smells, the sounds, the sights, everything around you, feel where you're sitting at. And stop thinking about things that have happened, stop thinking about things you should have said, you should have done, stop worrying about what's going to happen in the future. This is where your power is, and this will help you to stop overthinking, and it'll help with the anxiety, and it'll help balance you out. Because to clarify that card, we have the thinking woman. So Aquarians, you, like the rest of us, have been doing a lot of thinking. And so many times we think thinking is what we should do. We should think, we should try to figure things out. What's going on with our partner? What are they doing? What are they saying? What are they feeling? What are people around me? Oh, you know, they must be thinking this. This must be how they feel. That is not your intuition. That is your fear-based energy, your fear-based mind, creating stories. So you want to stop doing this, and you can do this, like I said, by practicing presence and through meditation, daily meditation. And you know, while you're in this energy, meditate often. You don't just have to meditate once a day. Sometimes I meditate 3-4 times a day. I know it's really hard when you kind of get into this energy to really stop yourself and really sit and meditate, because this energy just takes over you. But it's what you need to do. And I know I meditate in the tub. I mean, I take like 2 long baths a day. I meditate when I'm in the tub. I have a chair that I sit in that I meditate in. Depletion. You are depleting your energy. And how are you depleting your energy? With this here. You may feel like you've been more tired than usual. I know I have. Take a mental health day. Take a whole day, just stay in bed and watch Netflix, eat ice cream. I sat and laid in bed and watched Netflix, and it really did me a lot of good. Just kind of detox from people. Really pull back your energy and recharge your battery. That's what you're being asked to do. But see, not only do we have this depletion card here, but it's clarified by the honeymoon card. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Yes, this is the romance angel deck, and this could have to do with taking a trip and getting away. And maybe this is really what you need to do to recharge your battery. But I feel like this card is more than just about, you know, romance, a romantic getaway. I mean, this could be going solo. This could be going single, you know, by yourself. Whatever you need to do to put yourself first and really take care of your self-care. Because once you start putting yourself first, others will start putting you first as well. That's where it starts. So many times we think, okay, you know, I'm going to give my all to somebody else. Depletion, notice. Give my all to somebody else. And then they will reciprocate. They will return that energy to me. Well, that's not how it works. When you focus on yourself and give to yourself, other people will not have any other choice but to do the same as well, because it's a very attractive energy. Now, if you're in this energy of being very desperate and very needy, it's very unattractive. And so you want to fill your own cup first, whatever that means for you. Maiden clarity. And another wind card. So we had wind, seas, wind. I mean, all these cards. And there's more seas here than there are winds. So like I said, I really feel like a few of you are either dealing with an air sign or a water sign. With this clarity card, you're going to be receiving some clarity on a situation that you yourself have been trying to figure out with this thinking energy. But how do we receive clarity? Do we receive clarity by thinking about it? No, we receive clarity actually by not thinking about it. by meditation, self-care, self-focus. And all of the answers you need are already within. You just have to look within. And it's really feeling based. I know a lot of people don't do feelings very well. Feelings are very scary because we associate feelings with being hurt. But we can feel the feelings without the fear and without the attachment. There's a fine line, really getting in touch with your feelings, but not being attached to them and not being scared of them. And I'm going to talk about this more. We have abundance, peace, and contentment. This is the energy that you want to be in, because this is the most attractive energy to attract the peace and the contentment and the abundance. But in order to attract these things, you yourself have to be them. You have to know. You have to have this deep sense of knowing. Now, a deep sense of knowing is your feelings. That is your feelings. That's not your thoughts. A deep sense of knowing that you are abundance, you are love, you are peace, you are contentment starts within. You have to know these things. And these are good feelings, okay? I really believe that there's a difference between feelings and emotions. Emotions are a response to triggers, okay? So I'm not talking about the emotional responses to triggers, because those are more or less road signs showing you what you need to work on, what you need to clear out. Your feelings are your intuition and how you really feel about something and what you really know about it. Knowing is feeling. If you want love, you have to be love. If you want abundance, you have to be abundance. If you want peace, you have to be peaceful. Because whatever vibration you send out into the universe is returned. It's like a boomerang. So really be aware of that. Maiden passion. It is all right to be passionate about things. If there's something that you really enjoy doing, do it. Because this will put you in the perfect vibration to attract more things that you're passionate about, more things that make you happy. We have journey. So it's really a synchronicity. We have honeymoon and we have journey. Okay, so you're either taking a trip or you're being divinely guided to get away for a weekend. Just get away. Put all your troubles behind you. So many times we're like, man, I can't afford to leave. I got all this shit going on. But you are being guided to go, and that everything else will fall into place when you get back, especially when you are able to recharge your battery. This depletion that you have, really able to fill your cup back up again. And like I said, that doesn't have to be a romantic partner, because the goal here is to fulfill your own cup first and everything else will follow. And a person who does that is so much more attractive than somebody who is needing someone else to do it for them. How many times have you ever needed something or needed someone and they weren't there? And you were left feeling really disappointed, really heartbroken. Well, imagine if you filled your own cup first, and whoever this other person is, they can add to it, but you know what? They can't take it from you. And that is how we need to look at any type of connection or partnership we have with someone else. They can add to it, but they can't take away from it, because you know what? You're real solid on your own. Compassion. Be really careful to have good boundaries with people. You know, when someone that we care about has something that they're going through, how many times you just want to rush in and save them? I just want to help you. I want to be there for you. I want to be solid. I want to be loyal. Because if I'm these things to you, you couldn't possibly walk away from me and leave me. Once again, that's the same energy we're talking about. You have to get to the point where you realize there's your shit and there's their shit. And you have to have your own boundaries. You can support someone, but don't completely deplete yourself trying to save someone else, because each and every one of us have our very own paths that we chose before we even incarnated here. And that is their path, and you have yours. And, you know, sometimes we have to support people from a distance. You know, send them a card or send them an uplifting message. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we need to go and rent a U-Haul truck and pay to put their stuff in storage and give them a place to stay, or pay a deposit and a first month's rent for them to stay somewhere. You know, even our grown children, you know, or parents or cousins or brothers or sisters. Because this is how codependency forms in toxic relationships, because there are blurred lines and blurred boundaries. Now, am I saying not be compassionate and not help someone? Just make sure that in everything that you do, you're putting yourself first. We are taught that to do that, we're being selfish. You know, someone called me selfish the other day because I said no. I said, yeah, you know, yes, I am. There's nothing wrong with that. And you have to get to the point you can do that. You know, it seems cold, but how many times have you needed help and somebody not been there for you? Why? Because each and every one of us kind of have, you know, and I'm not a religious person, but, you know, it's the only saying that can come to my mind. We each have like our own cross to bear. Have boundaries with people and say no if you need to. Be all right with that. Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct. Learn to follow, get in touch with your higher self. And how do you get in touch with your higher self? Know what your higher self is not. Your higher self is not your mind. Your higher self is not your body. Your higher self is not anything associated with your mind whatsoever. Your higher self is not emotions linked to triggers. Your higher self is this deep sense of inner knowing. You know, I released the term learning on my spiritual journey a long time ago. I'm not learning anything. I'm remembering. Because all of those memories of my ancient soul I carry within me. So really tap into that. And meditation is how you do that. Presence and being free of your mind is how you connect to your primal instincts. Now understand, we are here to have these experiences. And there is some learning on the non-soul level. I'll repeat that. We are souls in these meat suits learning about humanity. That we are learning. We're having these experiences. We're learning what it's like to be a human. That we have to learn. But as far as this primal instinct, this ancient knowledge that we have, that is not learning. That is remembering. There's a difference. And you have to know who you really are. This is who you really are. Everything else is the persona that you were given at birth. Oracle. Remember, the oracle does not come from the mind. This is associated with this here, that inner sense of knowing. And you're really being asked to connect to that inner sense of knowing. Really being able to read energy. I'm not talking about judging people. So many times we'll meet someone, we'll be like, man, they remind me of someone I used to know. I don't like them. Everyone does it. I'm not talking about that because that's judgment, but I'm talking about, you know, like let's say, for example, you go to the dollar store And the cashier is just kind of shitty. You know, you go in there, you're in this great mood. You're like, man, I'm in just such a wonderful mood. And this person is just rude as hell. Okay, your intuition should tell you, you know what, this person's got a lot going on. Now, should they bring it to work? No. Should they be rude to you? No. But recognize it and don't take it on because, you know, once again, this is having boundaries with people, not taking on other people's shit, but being able to read energy. You know, maybe your partner, maybe they've been saying things or doing things and they kind of have you a little off balance lately. And really pay attention to that. You know, you haven't been off balance before and all of a sudden you feel like they kind of have you off balance where you don't know what's what. That's them. That's usually their insecurities. And if you can recognize that and not take that on as your own shit, and you know, even then it's not your job to make them feel secure. You can kind of call them out on their shit. You can be like, look, you know, I don't know what's going on with you, but this, that, or whatever else, you know, call them out on it. But you don't, you know, in every, you know, I can't really give an instance because every instance is individual. And you know how to talk to people without being rude and without being hurtful. Just be like, you know, is something going on with you that you would like to talk about? Because, you know, it's not all right to project it onto me. There you go. That's what you can say. All right, we have Elk Woman, Elk Medicine Woman. You know, and I feel like this really is very closely associated with that Oracle card because maybe your partner has been out of character lately. And you're really being asked to be kind. So many times, you know, someone comes at us a certain way and we want to be combative. We want to be defensive. You're being asked not to be that. You're being asked to be understanding and compassionate. I'm pretty sure the compassion card came up here somewhere. Compassion. It's funny we ended up here. But you're being asked to be compassionate and you're being asked to be understanding. Now, understand there is a fine line between taking their shit on as yours. But you can kindly remind them that, you know what, you cannot, just like I cannot project my shit onto you, you cannot project your shit onto me. Now, if you want to talk about it, you know, I'm here to listen, but I'm not always going to help you fix it because it's your shit. And really keep very firm boundaries. Well, Aquarius, this is your reading. I went over a little bit. I usually try to keep these around 20 minutes, and so I've gone over a little bit. But if anyone would like a personal reading right now, in the month of September, they're $30. I'll include my email address in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.